Okay, so this is the Leicester Crit number 2. It's a Cat 4 crit race on a closed circuit. For those who have seen it before, it's a great little circuit. All of a sudden, off the gun, we're at nearly 600-700 watts actually. So it's pretty hard to start. I think there was about 16 people in the race itself, all category 4, although a couple are sort of dubious category 4s. It was a hard start. It was a relatively windy day, but it wasn't too bad. It was, as you can see by the flags, by the finish line. It was a bit of wind going on. This is the tailwind section, so this is quite a fast bit. As you can see, we sort of touched 30 miles an hour down here. And then the home straight and around this corner, it's all headwind. So it's quite difficult certainly if you're off on your own. But fairly steady start, as you can see. Not many brakes and all that sort of stuff, but that's what it usually is on the first lap. It's all fairly steady. But as you see, as you will see, it all goes and kicks off very shortly. My objective for today, I think I said before, was to try and get 6 laps. Which doesn't sound very much, but this is my 3rd crit race. It's the last one of the year. I'm going on holiday soon, so I wanted to try and at least get 6 laps in. That, however, does not go according to plan. As you can see on the camera in the top left as well, my erstwhile colleague Rich was sort of hanging off the back a little bit. This is now the start of the 2nd lap, and some of the big lads are absolutely kicking it, and I'm finding it, there I am, and I'm finding it really hard just to hang on. Rich on the top left is about to disappear, bless him. I think I'll make a comment at the moment, now sort of saying, here we go again. It's not easy, and we're only at less than a mile in, and it's like, blimey O'Reilly, this is hard. 6 laps I do not do. I won't spoil the surprise anymore, but you can see how far away the guys in front are. They're absolutely killing it. We topped 30 miles an hour. Rich has now got off the back. I just about hanged on. Hanged on? That's great English there. I just about hung on to the guys in front. And we've seen Richard now for the last bit, so he's off the back. And I'm just literally about to go as well. So I just make it past the finish line, which is coming up now, and it's really hard. I mean, it's like just over a mile, and I can't do it. I don't know. I know why. I kind of know why. I mean, you can see how far ahead they are, how strung out it is. It is really fast, and I've spoken to a few of the guys in here. And the girl Laura, and then they're all saying it was a really fast start. It was crazy. Another guy off the back, although he does catch up again because he was quite good. But this is me. I'm basically done. I'm smoked. Heart rate's nearly 170, so I'm working hard. Mile and a half, and that's it. That's my crit race done. Now I don't stop. I carry on. As you'll see, I've got the whole of the race here. So, but I'm not gonna bore you with all of it. I'll fast forward some of it as you know, when I'm on my own. But yeah, I was really disappointed. 3 laps, well, 2.5 laps. Disappointed that I just couldn't hang on. Now I know why. Like I said, basically I need to build up my power. My FTP is 255 at the moment. Well, last time I checked, which is not. It's not too bad, but I've got too much weight. I'm carrying too much weight. The morning of this race, I weighed myself and I was 103 kilos. So I'm over 16 stone. I'm 6'3", and I'm 55. So, you know, it's all against me in that sense. But I enjoy doing this. I love doing it. And you can see the wind, how windy it is, and it's headwind here. And I'm doing 300 watts. Just to sort of do 17 miles an hour. It was crazy. So yes, so basically I need to lose weight. And that's my plan, and it is happening. I am, at the moment, I'm the lightest I have been this year. I did start the year at what was it, 242 pounds. There I am. Yeah, I've just said to a mate of mine, yeah, that's it, it's over. I started at 242 pounds and I'm now 224 pounds, 225. So I've lost quite a lot this year. I just need to lose an awful lot more. I'm 16, just over 16 stone. I want to get down to, I mean, I'd love to get down to 14 stone. But even then, that's really heavy. But for someone who's 6'3", it's not that bad, and you know, I'm not going to look too bad with that kind of weight. But we'll see how we get on. And I obviously need to build up the power. I'm now on my own for a little while until Richard catches me up, which he does do in a minute, as you'll see in the camera. So I'm just going to fast forward because I don't want, you know, you don't really want to watch all of me going on my own, a little time trial. So I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so here's Richard. You can see on the rear camera. He's just coming up to me now, and he basically says to me, if you can, I don't know if you can hear or not. He says, "Let's go and get to the stragglers." So the idea here is to the race has fallen apart a little bit. We've got a lot of people off the back, and we want to try and sort of pick them up as we go along. The problem there is that I've burnt quite a few matches already just trying to stay together with the bunch, and we haven't even done 3 miles yet. As you can see, we're at 2.8 miles. Rich is doing a really good job with 25 miles an hour. We hit the headwind here, and it's just a nightmare. 300 watts. I'm going to try and take my turn, and it's not easy getting past him. And it's like, oh my God, can I actually do this? Richard, I mean, you know, he got dropped first, but he is a much better and lighter cyclist than I am. So he was able to sort of time trial quicker than I can. I'm not the best time trialist in the world. See how windy it is? Look at the flag. It's going like crazy. So yeah, so we're going to take it in turns and see how far we can go. You know, we're not just going to stop. You know, we paid our monies, and we want to get the most out of this as we can. So we're going to sort of time trial it to the end. Hopefully catch up with people, or when people catch up with us, hopefully we'll be able to hang on to the wheels. You can see the lads in the lead, they're catching us already on the other side. These 2 lads who came first and second, there's no way on earth they were Cat 4. I mean, they've got to be Cat 3. I'm not sure how they did this, or they certainly should be Cat 3. They were ridiculously fit. Now, here we are, we're on the tailwind section. I'm going to try and get through as well. Richard says, come on, mate, hurry up. I want a bit of a rest, so I take over for a little bit. As you can see, the speed goes down because I'm not as good as he is. But we, you know, we take it in turns, and that's the thing. I think we just don't give up, because you never know what's going to happen. It's not in my mentality to give up anyway. If we know when this happens, yes, it's disheartening, it's demoralising. You get disappointed, but you've got to keep going. There's no point stopping. Let's make this a bit of a training run, get a bit of a workout. You know, we're still doing, I'm still pulling 300 watts every now and again here, just to try and keep up with Rich. And we're doing 21 miles an hour on with a headwind, and it's all, I mean, and it all adds up, doesn't it? It's all good training. Now we're catching someone up here. I'm not sure who it is, what his name is. I've not seen him before, but we do soon become a little group of 3, just as we are lapped by the leaders. I can see them in the rear camera there, coming up fast. And these guys are proper hard guys. They're not very old, which, you know, goes in their favour, obviously. There we go. So he's going to catch up with us. He's going to stick with us, and we'll have a little group of 3, time trialing it along, just as the leader goes straight by. There he is. After 4 miles, he's caught us, and I don't know how he does it. He's very, very fit, that guy. He's the eventual winner. There's a couple more, I think, chasing, or at least one more chasing, who gets second place. But yes, he's the eventual winner, and yeah, he just flies. Here comes the other guy who's trying to chase him down, and he'll overtake us soon. Having this rear camera makes all the not to say makes all the difference. I love the fact that I've got a rear camera now because you can see what's going on all around me. The only thing you can't see is me, but then who wants to see me? I had a friend. He was on the sidelines, took a bit of video on his phone. There we go. There's the second place guy, and he does end up in second place. So he takes a bit of footage of me so that. You can see me as well, but let's face it, we don't want to. Now then, interestingly, not really. Rich goes to the front here. I try and stay on his wheel, but I realise I can't. I'm doing, again, 400 watts up here, 18 miles an hour. It's crazy. So I stick behind this guy, hoping he's going to catch Rich, but look, oh no, Rich has gone ahead. So Rich is now on his own. I'm stuck with this guy, number 25, whoever he is. I think he's from a group of lads who've got, I think it's capped on the back of the jerseys. I'm not quite sure what that's all about, but there you go. So we're now going to time trial it round and see how we get on. So I'll fast forward it and we'll see how we go. So in the rear camera we can see some lads coming up to us. They're going to lap us, and my first initial thought is I'm going to try and take the wheel, but I realise that there's absolutely no chance of that. I can't do it. But this chap, number 25, I think he grabs. Yep, he does. He grabs onto them. So this is where I now go solo. So after 5.5 miles, I beg your pardon. No, I hang on for a little bit, but in a second or two, there we go. See, it's like I just can't. I can't do it, and I knew I couldn't do it. That's why I didn't push it. So I'm now going to solo it around, do a little time trial, and hope that I don't know. I get picked up by another group, and I manage to catch people up. So I'm now in last place, hey, I'm still going, and that's the main thing. So let's fast forward again a little bit. Right. So behind me in the rear camera, you can see a group that are now catching up with me. We're just over halfway. I've spent quite a bit of time on my own up to this point, but and I've tried to recover as much as I can, and also keep a half decent speed going. So it's not been easy by any stretch, but you got to do your thing. So they're now catching up with me, and I manage, as you'll see, I managed to just sort of hang on to the back. Now this has got Chris in and Laura. There's Chris in the blue and red, and there's Laura in the blue and red, and then you've got this young chap in the black who's out the saddle now. He was in it last time, and he's actually really good. So they've all lapped me, and I'm going to hang on to the back. He's struggling a little bit, but he does do it. He's so good, this little lad. So I'm now hanging on to the back, and we've got guys coming around us who are lapping us as a group. It's all getting a bit sketchy. People lapping people lapping people, and groups lapping groups. And I don't know how the hell the people at the front, the officials at the start line, how they keep track of all this, because it's very confusing. I wouldn't be able to do this, I don't think. So this is a group. This is probably the second group on the road, and they've lapped this group. And this guy here, there we go. This is number 25. So I've now caught number 25 back up, and we go past him. He can't get the wheel of me. So he's lapped by me, which is quite a nice feeling, really. So he's now in last place. I'm second to last, and so everyone's a win. And it's hard work keeping up with these guys. They don't. I'll be honest. Some of the people don't look as if they should be able to go that fast. But my God, you mustn't let the appearance of people fool you. Don't judge a book by its cover, because they may not look as if they're quick, but they are, and they're strong. And I mean, I suppose if you take a look at me, you can see that I'm not, but you know, there you go. We will try. So hopefully next year is going to be my year. I've foreseen it because I am Mystic Meg. For those who are older than 30 will know what I'm talking about. And what my goal for next year is to lose a lot of weight and to increase my FTP. And then I'm going to enter quite a few more of these crit races because I do like them. Here I go. Am I about to go off? Not yet, no. I'm hanging on for dear life. I like the crit racing because it's just great. On a closed circuit, you've got 20 odd people or whatever, and it's a really good feeling. It's really good, and I love it. So I'm going to do a bit more of this next year, and my plan for next year is to be able to just stay with the bunch, whether it's that main bunch or a bunch like this, but just to stay with them and not get dropped on lap 2 and sort of get lapped by everyone. I don't want that anymore. So I think the key thing really with me is to lose weight, eat healthily, drink lots, sleep well, and try and increase my FTP. Those are the main key features, and obviously I'm teaching most people how to suck eggs, but there you go. Gives me something to talk about while we watch the race. Now this little chap, look at him, he's going like crazy because he's obviously having a bit of a hard time. It's not easy. There's a chap at the front in the silver top who is basically, he's doing all the work on this one, and everyone's just following him, and I think he knows this and he's okay with this. He's getting a good workout. I don't think anyone can really sort of take up the reins and give him a draft because they're all a bit too knackered. Certainly I am. I mean, my heart rate's doing 165, so I'm finding this really difficult. 25 miles an hour, and my power's going up and down, so it touches 350 watts and then goes down to nothing. That's what a crit race is all about. It's all up and down. It's not a smooth run like a time trial or a road race, I guess. It's all or nothing a lot of the time. It's big surges, 500 watts there, big surges just to keep up, and then you catch up, and then it's like freewheel for a sec, then you can recover for a sec, and then it's a massive push again. Look, up to 500-600 watts, and then back down to nothing. There you go. To back up to 400 watts. So it's all this accelerating and slowing down. It kills you, but it's really good practice. It's really good for you. So this is kind of why I like it, and it's only 45 minutes as well. Now then, I've got a feeling this could be it for me. Yes, I've lost the wheel now, so that's it. Those accelerations have just absolutely done me in. The wind's caught me. As soon as you get a gap, in front like that, unless you're really strong, you can't get back. It's a bit like Zwift racing. As soon as the gap appears, that's it, you're done. So we're going to carry on. I'm going to fast forward a little bit, and then we'll see you in a sec. So I've lost my rear view camera at the moment. The reason for that is it's an Insta360 Go 3S. So I've got it running at 4K, and I think it's only got like 26 minutes at 4K, so it's run out, unfortunately. Those are the two in the lead. They've sort of met up with each other, and they're the leaders of the race. I've altered the camera now, so the next time it just does it at high definition, not 4K, and I should have enough to do the whole race, because it is quite, it's good as a viewer. I like to watch what's going on all around me when I watch other people's videos, so I like to see what's going on in front and what's going on behind. It's just, and I like to know all the information. Like now, I'm touching nearly 300 watts, and I'm only doing 16, 17 miles an hour. It's crazy. Although this is the sort of the hill, the rise of the course, not really a hill. It's just a bit of a drag. But yeah, so you can see how hard it is. Anyway, I digressed, and I'll carry on forward a little bit. Okay, so we are now 14 miles in, so we're coming up to the end of the race. There's only a couple of miles left. The two guys that are in front together, they're the leaders, and then this chap right in front of me now, this is the guy that was number 25, who was in last place. Now I'm about to lap him on my own, which again, little win for me. You've got to take him while you can. So he's now been lapped by me. So this is why I know that he came last, because at the end of the race, right on the line, he actually caught me up and just took and passed me on the finish line. But he didn't. He still had another lap to go around to catch me up. So I know I didn't come last. I came second from last. You know, everything's a win. You've got to take it when you can. Anyway, so yeah, so we've only got a couple of miles left to go. So let's go to the end and we'll see how we get on. Right, here we go. We're on the last lap, and this little group, which I think is the second group, the second big group on the road, they're doing their sprint. And we come up to the finish line now. Obviously, they've lapped me 2-3 times, so you know I haven't done as many laps as them. But here we go. We're at the finish line now. Number 25, that chap, he's going to pass me in a second. There he is, and he says, "Well done," and I say, "Well done too." And but he's still a lap behind me. So yeah, so that's why I know I didn't come last. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again. Bye.